You keep delivering, you keep taking on more, and it's okay because you think, he understands, he knows, she sees me, and they'll take care of me. They won't. Not because they don't care about you, but because when you stay silent, do you know what you signal? You signal that you are doing just fine. Welcome to How to Get What You Want. This podcast is for driven women ready to claim their goals and navigate their careers with clarity and confidence. Join me as we explore real stories, tools, and strategies to help you steer your career exactly where you want to go. Let's get started on helping you get what you want. Hey, friend, welcome back. I'm Susie. I am so happy that you've joined me at Get What You Want because this is a really important scenario. What I described earlier, if you're not facing it right now, I will guarantee that you have faced it. And that moment where you talk yourself out of the conversation one more time, I want to connect that directly to why you're here. Because you came to this show because you want something. Maybe it's recognition for the role that you're doing. Maybe it's being seen by your boss. Maybe it's a title that doesn't reflect exactly your expanded role. You want to be seen. And I know what you're carrying. And here's the thing I know. The only path to get what you want, to articulate what you need, can be uncomfortable. It can. It is. But that is what you need to do. It's not hoping. It's not waiting. It's not trusting one quarter after another. And here's the part that might surprise you. That conversation, it is a negotiation. It's not a boardroom negotiation. It's still high stakes. It's important to you. It's everyday negotiation. That's why I call it a negotiator mindset. Because when you think about what's important to you, that's why you're here, to get what you want. And I'm telling you that thinking like a negotiator will help you move past that uncomfort. It doesn't take it away, but it allows you to move through it. And it's important because the research proves that managers interpret employee silence as satisfaction, not patience, not timing, but satisfaction. Think about that. People don't live in your head. Your boss doesn't live in your head. They're not reading what you're experiencing. And your silence, they interpret it different than how it feels to you. They think you're fine. They think you're satisfied. Meanwhile, Dan, your peer, behind closed doors is telling them exactly what he needs. So even in comparison to that, it even illustrates that you're fine even more because they figure if you're staying silent, they must be satisfied. I started this journey in negotiation because I was a negotiator, but also because I had the pleasure of listening to Linda Babcock. She wrote a book on Women Don't Ask. Actually, she wrote it with a woman. Her name is Sarah Leskever. It's a great book. It's where this foundation started with me. And what they found is the number one reason that women don't negotiate is because for themselves, advocate for themselves, is because it's always timing. They always tell themselves it's about timing. And guess what? Timing never comes until you create it. So that's her genesis of this entire book, because that's mindset. It's a mindset around not allowing somebody to wait to recognize you. Because when you do, you are just a path of least resistance. I know it because I've been there. And once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. But I'll tell you, I still see it so often in my conversations with clients. I have a client, I'll call her Sarah. She's really sharp. She's a high performer. And because of that, she gets things handed to her. Somebody had left the team, so her boss had given her the additional responsibility. We talked about it. She said, he said that he was going to take care of it. He'll make sure that he knows he owes me. So she waited. Then when I asked her about it again, she said, well, it's just not the right time. And I started to see this trend that she took on all this. She actually became really resentful, and she didn't see the fact that it all made sense to her. All those excuses she was saying, and when I made her think through each one as a compilation instead of one living by itself every week, she saw it for herself. She understood that she was causing the delay, that she was waiting. It took her 9 months after that, which, by the way, the research shows that if you take on more responsibility, you have about 90 days until it's assumed as a part of your role. 90 days. There's a metric for you. Something to think about when you say yes to something. When you say yes to something, you should always say, I'm going to circle back with you in 30 days, and we're going to make sure that we make this right for both sides, but I'll take it on for now. But back to Sarah. Once she realized this, she made a meeting with her boss, and she wrote, I would love to get 20 minutes with you to talk about what's next for me. And when she met with him, he goes, oh, I've been meaning to have this conversation. You know, he probably was, but it's really easy for the leader to put that off. It's really easy to say that. And then it kind of sounds like, oh, I do think about you. But then he understood that she wasn't going to just keep taking more, that he did owe her. And he was just waiting for her to speak up. He may not have thought that, but once she came to him, he did, because he respected her, but it took her to put it on the table. That's the conversation that gets harder. It doesn't get easier. The longer you wait, the more it builds up in you. And guess what? That becomes even higher stakes for you, which makes you less clear thinking, less objective. And we've all done this, right? We kind of start resenting the person that we're going to go in front of, like they knew or they've been a part of these conversations we've had in our head, and they haven't. The only thing they've observed is that you're doing just great, because they see your smile, they see you working hard, and that's fine. So she was really happy that she did that, but it took 9 months. And when you don't take action right away, you're taking away from your future self. That thing, that exposure, that opportunity, it doesn't have to be money. It could be just the recognition around it. It could be a title. It could be more exposure. There are a lot of things that are important to you to get what you want. So think about those. And I want to give you a flip side. And I think this is a really important story. And I heard this from the person that said yes. She was making a change into her senior team, and she offered this woman a role that was really just a lateral move, but she knew that this woman would be really, really good at it. The woman didn't say yes right away. She wanted to talk to her husband about it, and really consider if she wanted to take it. She even signaled that she wasn't really game for it, because it wasn't a role that she loved to do. But she knew that her leader needed her to do it. So she talked to her husband about it, and they came up with what it would take for her to take it. And it was $150,000 more in salary than she currently had. $150,000. And I thought about saying it was a lot of money, it was stretch, but I figured I needed to tell you a dollar amount. Because when her boss told me that, I was floored. I didn't realize that that was an opportunity that I would even do. And I even thought about, would I have the nerve to do that? Some people are. Some people do that. I guarantee you Dan did that compared to me in a peer role. Think about that. Sometimes we don't even understand what's happening around us. And our ask may feel so small in comparison. So that's why I wanted to tell you that. I wanted you to see it in real life and understand that what is possible might be so different than you're assuming. Don't create your own boundaries for yourself. Don't create your own barriers. So let me give you 3 tips. I really want you to think about this. The first one is name it. Don't just say, I need to talk to my boss. I want you to write down what you want. There's so much confidence in knowing that we know what we want. But listen, if we don't write it down, when we face that conversation, we dilute it. We don't have the confidence in it. So I want you to write down specifically what it is, not I need to have the conversation. And be very honest, very specific. And if you don't have one that just comes to mind, think about what you've been tolerating. What is the thing you need to ask for? It might not be to your direct leader. Maybe it's to a peer. Maybe it's leading a project. Maybe it's something that's coming up and you want to seed you as the leader of it. Name it. Name it for yourself. Write it down. That's your first move. The second is to write the first sentence you're going to say. What is your frame? When you go to the person that has the ability to give you what you want, what are the first sentences that you are going to say to that person? Write them down. Not the whole conversation. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed, but when you start to think about the frame, that gets you really comfortable. And when you practice that, when it becomes so conversational for you because you've thought about it, you marinated on it, you've practiced it, it feels more comfortable when it actually happens. So that practice, that saying it out loud is huge. It's so important. And then the third tip is schedule it. Put an email out there. Tell the person you need to talk to, hey, I want to grab 20 minutes of your time. There's something that I have needed to talk to you about that I need to make a priority for me, for my own development. And don't just say, let's do this soon or let's do this in our next one-on-one. Make a date that is specifically for this topic and hold true to the 20 minutes that you ask for. Take action. And that's what I'm going to challenge you with today. In the 72 hours, remember that research shows that if you listen to something that gives you advice or somebody tells you something, if you don't take action in 72 hours, nothing will happen. This was just entertainment. So what are you going to do? Write down that ask. This is what I want you to do in 72 hours. Write down the ask. Maybe do that in the first 24. Write the frame. What is the first, no more than 2 sentences that you're going to say? And schedule the time. Schedule it. Do that in 72 hours. If not, it may be 9 months. And remember, 90 days and those additional assignments, those things that have been bugging you, they just become assumed by the other party. So you need to do it now. Remember, you might be telling yourself a story about why it's not the right time, but it is. If you've been thinking as I've gone through this that, oh my gosh, I need to really get more intentional about myself, or this would be a great conversation to have with the team, reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you about it. I really feel like the impact of a negotiator mindset is so important to an individual. But gosh, when you apply it across a team or an organization, it creates so much trust and collaboration. And it allows you to call a spade a spade. Let me frame that for you. Let me negotiate with you. This is high stakes for me. Can you be in this meeting? Can you support me? The language of adopting a negotiator's mindset is powerful in a team setting as well. Reach out to me. My contact information's in the show notes, and I'd love to hear from you. I take all those calls myself, so it is not a sales call. It's a discovery call for you. And if this really landed for you, if you think about somebody that's been waiting too long and you've told them over and over again, forward this to them. Say, I want you to hear this. I want you to take action in the next 72 hours. I'd love it. It's a win-win for you. Makes them know that you're thinking about them and that you care about them and that investing in them is important to you and it should be important to them as well. I am glad that you have made the decision to get what you want, no matter if it feels uncomfortable, no matter if you don't have the confidence. That's what I want to gift to you. Because remember, negotiation is more than a skill. It truly is a mindset. And I want you to adopt that negotiator mindset for you. Until next time, I'm Susie. I'll see you then.